The firefight was chaos, smoke, muzzle flashes, dirt in my teeth. Then Satcom vibrated against my chest. The sheriff's voice cut through the gunfire. "Your father's in the ICU. Broken jaw, internal bleeding." For a moment I couldn't breathe. Then I heard my father groan faintly in the background. His voice rasped like gravel. That lone shark. I was a day late. The line crackled. My team leader grabbed the receiver. "We'll finish this. The Humvee is yours. Get to the airstrip." I walked out of the compound while bullets ripped the walls behind me. My chest felt hollow, colder than the desert night. My father had survived Vietnam. He had survived raising me alone, and yet some street parasite had laid him out over a late payment. The thought stayed with me as I drove the Humvee into the black horizon. At the hospital, machines hummed like an orchestra of despair. My father's face was swollen, bruised beyond recognition. Tubes kept him breathing. I leaned close, but his eyes flickered past me, unsettled. He wouldn't meet my stare. I thought it was pain. Later, I realized it was shame. The sheriff found me in the hall, said it was a loan, gambling debts. But here's the thing, your father never touched cards. Everyone knows that. The words landed like a splinter under my skin. My father didn't gamble. He measured every dollar like it was blood. If he borrowed money, it wasn't for himself. That night, I searched his house. In the desk drawer behind a folder of old VA forms, I found the paperwork. Loan contracts, payments made in cash. But the signature at the bottom wasn't his. It was hers, my wife's. My jaw locked until it hurt. She had borrowed under his name. She had dragged him into this. For what? I didn't want the answer, but silence only deepens the knife. I played the part of the dutiful husband when I returned home. She smiled like nothing was wrong, but I watched her more closely now. Her phone never left her hand. She lingered too long outside on calls. I began tracking. Quiet steps, quiet breaths. Phone records revealed late-night numbers, always the same. Cash withdrawals lined up with the payments on the contract. I kept my hands steady, my voice calm. At dinner, I nodded at her stories. At night, I memorized her schedule, her excuses. And then, the slip. A receipt crumpled in the trash. A hotel room. The date matched the day she claimed she was with her sister. I felt nothing at first, just emptiness. Then, slowly, the cold took hold. She wasn't just drowning us in debt. She was feeding another man while my father bled in a hospital bed. I ordered a DNA kit for our son. I told her it was a school project, genetics. She laughed, handed me a cotton swab, kissed me before walking out the door. The taste burned like ash. The results arrived 3 weeks later, a thin envelope, clinical, detached. I opened it at the kitchen table. My son's DNA didn't match mine. Silence swallowed me whole. My hands didn't shake. My breath didn't hitch. Only the sound of the refrigerator hummed behind me. When she came home, I placed the envelope on the table. She saw it, froze, and tried to smile. "What's that?" I didn't answer, just pushed it toward her. Her fingers trembled before she even opened it. The moment her eyes scanned the page, her face broke. Her lips moved, desperate. "I can explain." I stared through her. My silence was the noose. She reached for me, but I stepped back. Her voice cracked, pleading. "It didn't mean anything. He meant nothing. Please." I spoke for the first time. "Who?" She crumbled. The name spilled out like vomit. "The loan shark. The man who broke my father's jaw." It all snapped into place. She hadn't just betrayed me. She had sold us both to the man who nearly killed my blood. I leaned close, whispered so cold she flinched. "You chose him. You gave him my son, my father's blood." Her sobs filled the room, raw and jagged. But I turned away, leaving her with the truth pressed into her hands like a blade she could never drop. I packed in silence, just the essentials. My son's photo from the mantel, my father's old lighter, a single duffel. She followed me through the house, begging, clawing, collapsing against door frames. I didn't look back. At the threshold, I paused. For years, I believed her laughter meant safety. Her touch meant home. Now, I knew better. Some betrayals cut too deep to scream over. Some deserve only silence. I closed the door behind me, leaving her with the ashes she created. And as I walked into the night, one truth settled in my chest, sharp and final. She hadn't just lost me. She had lost the version of me that ever could have loved her.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.